Welcome everybody to Sunday Yoga. We are going to work on hip mobility. So if you want to get your hips more flexible without harming them, you're in the right place. We're going to be nice and gentle, but very thorough, and we have a lot of good poses for the hip mobilities. This is Mufasa, and I'm Tahji from Yoga Bees Are Beautiful. Please hit the bell, like and subscribe, and then we will start. Okay, Mufasa? Hip time. He's already flexible. He doesn't really need to do this. Okay? Let's sit up tall. Close the eyes. Take a moment to transition from whatever you've been doing to whatever we're doing now, which is our yoga practice. Let go of any excess tension on the body, neck, tops of the shoulders, lower back, hips, thighs, fingers, wrists, and the breath. Let the body take as much breath as it needs. And when you exhale, relax the body. Feel like all the tension drain away. Inhale through all the pores, into the spine, up to the head. Exhale, feel the body relax, the mind slowing down. Inhale everywhere. Exhale, bring the hands together at the center of the chest. You can do an Om with me or mentally. Inhale. Release the hand and slowly open the eyes. Drop the chin to the chest and lift the chin up. Hey, look at that. The cat turned into a dog. And hi, Layla. This is Layla. Drop the chin to the chest. Lift the chin up and drop down. You might have some stuff going on around you. Do your practice the best you can. Sometimes you can only stay for part of it. That's fine. Do whatever you can and enjoy what you do. Drop the chin. Now let's roll the head to the right, back, left, and front. Reverse, left, back, right, and front. Two more, just loosen up, right, back, left, and front. Reverse, left, back, right, and front. Circle the shoulders. If you stick around long enough, you'll see the giraffe come in. Sometimes when people come here live, we call it zoo yoga because all the animals come around. Reverse. One. Real loose. One. Everything you work on helps the whole. Okay, so whatever body part you work on, it helps. Let's take a little side bend to the right. So say we focus on working on the hips today. That's going to help everything else. It's going to help your hamstring flexibility, your mobility of your back, your spine. And go over to the other side. It's going to greatly help your knees, your neck. The hips are really crucial. But whatever you work on, even if you just work on your hands and feet a little bit, it helps the whole. And come up and go through the middle. This is a first little hip stretch here. Doesn't have to be big. Your hips are going to warm up. They're going to do a lot during the class, so just pace yourself. We're going to start with the easiest things, and we're going to progress to more difficult things. But you'll see everything will be manageable. And return. Change the cross of your legs. If cross legs aren't comfortable, you can stretch your legs out in front and cross at the ankle. Let's go over to the right. Keep the left hip on the mat. Let your head just go over. This kind of lifts the weight away from the hips. Sorry, make room for us to get into the hip area. And go to the other side. But in the yoga and the Pilates, we work as many different muscle groups as possible. So even if we focus on hips or knees or back or a yoga concept, we're going to work the whole body and come up and go forward. So there's always something for everybody in every class, okay? Very important. Keep working at your own pace and keep the breathing comfortable. This is a hip stretch you can do every day. Right here, just this little fold. And return. Now, Sunday, we're going to lay on our backs like we're laying under a tree or in the park or on the beach. Something fun. Place the feet down. Line your back up. And have your hands out to the side, a little bit away from the body. Feel your thighs dropping down on a diagonal. This diagonal position, when you relax the thigh, the femur bone, the hips are going to start to open, okay? So this is a good position for your hips when you relax the thighs. Feel your tailbone sink into the floor. So we're not tucking the tailbone, we're not pushing it back, we're just dropping it. Same thing with the shoulders, just drop the shoulders into the floor. You might wiggle around a little bit trying to find the perfect alignment. Nice and comfortable for those hips. Now inhale to the whole body. Exhale, relax the hip joint region. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, relax a little bit more. Thighs, buttocks, shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Take your soles of your feet together and let the knees fall out. If you can, really try to seal up the outer edges of the feet. Okay, that's from the pinky toe to the outer heel. Now, roll a little side to side. Like one knee's going to try to touch the floor, and then rock to the other side and the other knee. And rock, and rock, and rock, and rock, all with the hips. Hips, hips, hips. Everyone has a different amount of rotation, so everyone's frog position is going to look a little different, okay? So if your knees are touching the floor, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you have more rotation. Or if your knees are pretty up to the ceiling, you have less, okay? Doesn't matter. Okay, now find the middle. We want it nice and even. And then slowly close the knees. Place the feet flat on the floor together and put your hands down at your side. Knee circle. Right knee comes up, open, down, and close. Up, open, down, and close. Up, open, down, and close. Up, open, down. One more. Up, open, down, other side. Up, open, down, close. Up, open, down, close. Now make it really smooth. That's the thing about the hip joint. Nothing jerky. Real smooth. If it has to be smaller, that's fine. Let's do one more. And close. Reverse the exercise, starting with the right knee. Right knee falls open. Circle up toward your shoulder, to your chest, and down. And open. Circle around. Sometimes you hear some crunching. Try to pull your stomach in. Pull your chest away from the hips. Lengthen the spine. And we have one more on this side. Open, up, around. Other leg, open. Circle around, place it down. Open, circle it around, place it down. Open, real smooth. Back stays stable. Just doing your best. That's all that matters. You'll see, this is all going to add up to you feeling really good and staying healthy. Let's rest there, everybody. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Right hand comes to the top of right thigh. Push it open. Push, 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 and place that foot down. Left ankle over the right knee. Left hand near the top of the thigh. Push, 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 and down. Stretch both legs out, arms overhead. That'll feel good to stretch everything. Pull the waistline in, flex the feet, and point. Inhale, flex both feet. Broaden the backs of your knees, and point. And flex, broaden the back of the knees. Spread the back of your hips wide, and point. And one more, flex, and point. Lower the arms, step the feet back up. Number 4 stretch. Hook your right ankle over the left knee and pull the left knee into the chest. You can pull the right ankle, the left knee. If this is too much, do the first one, okay? Move a little bit here, or if you're more flexible, pull the shin bone to the collarbone and breathe. Shoulders back, tail drop. Enjoying your Sunday. Sunday is almost everybody's favorite day, right? Saturday is Sunday. I like Friday too. I like all the days. But Sunday is really good. Place the feet flat on the floor and let's do the other side. Left over the right and pull it in. You can pull in the right knee or you can pull your ankle there. If you're stiff, the best thing is to keep a little movement going and stay a little extra relaxed. Okay? You still need the stability of your core and your back, but if you can relax a little bit more in the joints and the muscles, the mobility will come faster. Okay, let's bring that down. Stretch both legs out. Reach the arms overhead. This stretches the front of the hips. Flex the feet and point right here, right when you point. We'll stretch the front of the hip flexors from the navel all the way through those hips to the thighs. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. And flex. And point. Now walk your knees all the way up till you can hug your knees in the chest. This is great for your hips and your back. If you can, drop the tailbone and round your head up to the knees. Keep pulling, keep working. If the neck needs support, go ahead and clasp your hands behind the head. Keep stretching the lower back, everything attaching to the pelvic region. Hips nice and open, the outer hips rolling out to the side toward the outer knees. Lower the head and lower the feet. Open the arms like a cactus. Cross your right knee over the left knee and twist to the left side. If you can, keep your right shoulder down. You can just look at the ceiling there. If you want more, take your left hand and put it on the right thigh. If you want less, use your hand under and push up. Return, cactus arms, feet together, knees bent. Cross the left knee over the right and twist over to the right side. Even a little bit is good. Sometimes we underestimate these stretches. They're very deep. Try not to criticize yourself or be like, oh, I can only go this much. Don't worry about it. Always just do your best. That's really what's important. You keep getting better the more you practice and the smarter you practice. If you want, use your right hand. The key is don't overdo this stuff. Don't over-exaggerate it. Keep it simple. Keep your stability. Keep your breath. Keep your focus. Keep the mind really calm. This is the key, and then just practice regularly. The best you can. We can all take a vacation here and there. And coming up, everybody turn onto one side and come up to hands and knees. Now I'm going to go this way a little bit so you can see. Okay? So we're going to do a little bit more hips here. So you're going to curl your back. This all starts with your hips, the cat stretch. And then you're going to start at your hips and arch the back. Cow stretch. And then just go back and forth a few times. If you have wrist trouble, you can always use fists like this. You could always drop to the elbows. But what we're preparing for is an exercise called the lizard, okay? So we're trying to get a little mobility going both ways here with the pelvis. This is also good for your spine. This exercise also tones the abdomen. And it's nice for the shoulders too. Strengthens the arms. Let's do one more. Okay, now the lizard, your hands. You can be on the fists or flat hands. You want the hands about shoulder width apart. You're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Okay, and then you're going to lean a little forward and go a little bit back. And a little forward and back. And a little forward and back. And a little forward. Now stay as forward as you can. If it's not comfortable, you can put something under the back knee, or you can move the back knee. This knee is right near your shoulder, but on the outside, okay? If you're okay, let's go on. You're going to roll to your left elbow. And then maybe the right elbow. It's fine if you're still on your hands. If you can't even get your hands to the floor, try to get a block or something under there. Or walk this foot a little more open to the side, like that. If you're okay, keep it in so the knee's kind of squeezing against the shoulder. Now lift the chin and sink your chest to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, pull your body forward, 2. Inhale. Exhale, sinking the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands in to the original position. Flex the front foot. Now pull back. Okay? This can be very intense. Make sure your foot is still outside your hand. Okay? Buttocks back, chest forward. If this is enough, you can stay here. If not, lower to the left elbow. Still want a little more. Lower to the right elbow and look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep getting the chest to the floor, chin up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands in. Bend the front knee and step it right in front of you. Tuck your back toes under. So you come up, you're in a box lunge. Okay? Got the right knee in front. You're going to take the left elbow and hook it over. If this is too much or it's hard to balance, you can put your hand on the floor here. Okay? If you can hook it, go ahead. If you know binding, go ahead. Turn the palm straight up to the ceiling. Place the right hand directly on top and then push down. Push your knee into your arm against the knee till your thumbs are as close to the sternum as you can get. The important thing here is to twist. So you're going to look up at the ceiling, right over the head. Inhale. Exhale. This is great for your hips. Tones the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more twist. Inhale. Exhale. Let's come to hands and knees. Ready to do the other side. Stepping your left foot outside your left hand. Rock a little bit back and forward to loosen up the hip. And remember, if you need padding on the back knee, just put a little towel, a rolled up towel. You could fold your mat up and put it under there. Let's stay forward. And now here, you can stay here for the lizard. Or if you want, you can start to fall to the right elbow. You have to fall a little bit that way. And then start to fall back toward your left elbow. Chest is forward. Try and go to the floor. Chin is up, trying to pull forward. Pelvis is close to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Front knee squeeze in. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Walk your hands back into the beginning position there. Flex the front foot and pull back. If it's too intense, you can relax the foot. If not, keep it very active. Optional. Lower to the right elbow. You got to fall a little bit. Optional. Lower the left elbow. Wherever you are. Look the chin up. Drop the chest toward the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Relax the hips. Exhale. Hips pulling back. Inhale. Exhale. Chest moving toward the floor. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Box lunge. Walk your hands in. Step your foot in a little bit. You're going to tuck the back toes under. So you make a square between the legs, a box. Take your right elbow to the left side of the knee. If it's too much, put your hand on the floor. You can twist like that. Okay? If not, put the elbow here and the palm like a tray up. You don't want it this way. Try to really make it flat to the ceiling. And then put the top palm on top. Push the knee into the arm against the knee, and press till your thumbs are near your sternum. Try and keep the arms. Look up right above your head to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Ring the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands to the floor, knees down. Walk your hands 3 inches forward. Tuck toes, make a downward facing dog. This will feel good after the lizard poses. Spread the toes, press the pointer fingers down and forward, and lift the buttocks up. The hips here, don't squeeze your buttocks. That's going to make it too tight. Pull the buttocks out to the side. Wrap your outer hips around the front. Spread your toes. Lift your inner ankle, your inner knee, your inner groin. And lift your lower belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, roll to a plank. Use your pelvis to roll forward. Land the shoulders right over your wrist. Lower the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Slide forward, point the toes. Cobra pose. Downward dog. We're going to do that twice more. If you're tired, you can always take a child's pose. Inhale, roll to the plank. Exhale, the knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to a plank. Lower the knees, chest, chin. Cobra pose. And downward dog. Now we're going to do the same pattern we just did with the lizards, but it's going to be a little harder, and we're going to do it a little quicker. Point your right foot up to the ceiling. Step the foot outside the right hand or the right side of your mat. Back leg straight. Rock back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Stay with the back leg straight. This might be enough. This might be very intense. You can stay. If not, lower left elbow, right elbow. You're trying to get your shoulder lower than your back knee. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Just two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands in. Flex the front foot. Pull back. Lock your legs into place. These are too hard. You can put the back knee down and repeat like the first side, the first version. Optional, lower the left elbow, the right elbow. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come up to the hands. Bend the front knee and toe heel the foot inside between the hands. Keep the back leg straight. Hook the left elbow over the right knee. Stack the hands and twist. Try to see the ceiling right above your head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the floor. Downward dog. And point the left foot up to the ceiling. Just point the foot, stretch. Step to the outside of your left hand, the outside edge of the mat. Rock back and forward. Real loose here. This is all for the hips. And stay in the lizard lunge. Keep your back knee lifted. Optional, lower the right elbow, left elbow. Look forward, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the hips, lifting the belly. Inhale. Exhale, lower the chest. Walk the hands in. Flex the front foot, everybody, and pull back. Lift up through the hips. The hips control so much movement. Turn the inner thighs to the back. Optional, lower the right elbow, left elbow. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back on the hands. Bend the front knee. Toe heel the front foot in. Come to a lunge. Keep the back leg straight. Hook the right elbow over. This is too much. You can keep the hand on the floor. Stack the hands. Push the knee into the arm into the knee. And look up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Gently hands to the floor. Downward facing dog. Now, I'm going to give chaturanga, upward dog. Okay? If you can't do chaturanga, you can do the knees, chest, chin again. And then do either the cobra or the up dog. On the up dog, you can either stay on the balls of your feet or you can point your feet, okay? It's easier to remain on the balls of the feet. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Upward dog. If you want to flip the toes, you can. If not, stay on the balls. And downward dog. We do it twice more. If you're tired, take a child's pose. Inhale, roll to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, roll to the plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Lower the knees, knees wide, toes together. Rest, child's pose. If this is too much for your knees or your hips, you can stay forward like this. If you can, rest your head on something. If you can't put the head down, rest on your hands like this. Okay, so your head's definitely resting, you're not holding it up. Rest your thighs. Rest your left hip, your right hip. Left shoulder, right shoulder, everything resting now. Good. Now, let's work on a pose called the raised bow pose. Okay? We're going to come to hands and knees. And if this is not good for your wrists, you can do this from your elbows, okay? So either one like this. Let's first get the arm. I'm going to mirror you, okay? So I'm going to use my left arm when you use your right. So it looks, you just follow me. Right arm, reach forward. Now circle around. You can open your body that way so it's gentle for the shoulder. Make a complete circle till your hand returns to the floor. And then the left, reach forward. Now see how it has to go up? This is the tricky part where it's got to go up. Push on the bottom one. Let it help turn you. And then bring the hand to the floor. Left arm, reach up. Open, circle around, and come down. And right, reach, circle up, and around. Okay, you got that? If that part's hard enough, stick with that, okay? If you're ready, take your right arm forward, up. Now, right when you get about up here, lift your left toe up and grab your left foot. If that's enough, stay right there. If you're a little more flexible, try to center your back as you kick your foot up over your right shoulder. Looking up like the lizard. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Kick it up. Inhale. Exhale, 4, stable, lift out of the left shoulder, inhale. Exhale, slowly return to all fours. Reach your left arm forward. Circle. Now when you get up here, start lifting your right toe, your right foot. Grab the foot or the toe, lift it up. Now hold. It's a hard balance, so you might just stay here the whole time. If you're under control, you can try to center the back and kick the foot up over the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, look slightly up. Inhale. Exhale, stabilize right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, kick it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, place it down. Very good. Now, come onto your stomach. Put the palm on palm, the head on the back of the palm and rest for 10 seconds. Cobra pose. Gather the front corners of your mat. Grab them like this. Bring your forehead right up to the edge. So your hands are in line with your forehead. Toes together, heels together. Wrap your outer hips toward the floor. Squeeze the legs in. Pull the shoulders back. Reach your nose forward, your chin, and start to go back slowly. Pull the mat. If it's too much, you can go on your elbows. If it's okay, start pulling your mat like you're stretching it. Or your towel, whatever you have there. Shoulders back. Bend your back from the middle of your back. Stretch your throat. Stretch the front of your pelvis, your thighs, your abdomen. This is the mother of all the back bends. Back bends help make the front of your pelvis more flexible. Okay, calm down. Put the palm on the palm. Another 10-second nap. Let your heels fall out, toes in. Rest. One more cobra. Gather the corners of the mat. Forehead right in line there. If you want it harder, slide your head a little more forward. If you want it easier, go back a little bit. Now really lengthen your spine before you even start. Feel all the weight out of the hips wide, heavy sinking, the legs reaching out of the hips, reach the nose, chin, start to press up, optional, pull the corners of the mat, stretch. Breathing here, the whole body connected from your toes to your nose. No pain. Keep lifting. No pressure in the back. And coming down for your 10-second nap. Teach yourself to relax, especially your hips, your pelvis, your lower back. This is one of the reasons we get tight. We hold tension. We grip. It's not necessary. You can be toned without being tight. Forehead to the mat. Bow pose. This is the full bow pose. Bend the knees. Circle the arms behind at the same time and grab your ankles. If you can't do it at the same time, take your right foot, then the left foot. If you can't reach at all, that's okay. Just reach back. Now lengthen the front of the hips. Try to stretch the front of the hips to the floor. Take your thighs off the floor. Reach the nose forward, chin, and then keep lifting the knees and the nose at a gradual pace. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you're more flexible, you can lift your legs up much higher. Inhale. Exhale. If you're less flexible, it might look like this. Inhale. That's fine. Keep working. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come down and rest. That's the bow pose. Virasana. So you did the raised bow and you did the traditional bow. Let's do one more bow. Bend the knees. You can reach the arms back and come up. If you want, you can roll from side to side. That feels good. When you roll on the side, always keep everything rolled back and open. You can be holding the regular bow. There's a way of putting a strap around the feet. There's lots of bows on the Dharma chart, which is 908 poses. There's 32 different bow poses. Lots of variations. Now everybody come to the center once you're even on sides. And calm down, rest. They really keep you young. The back bends keep you young. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift up. Pedal through your feet. And this is for the feet, the calves, the ankles, the knees. But it's also a gentle movement there in the hips, which is beneficial. Good. Now let's take the pigeon, you guys. Point the right foot up to the ceiling. And if you can't do the pigeon because you have a knee issue, you can lay on your back and repeat the number 4 pose we did in the beginning. Take your right knee outside your right wrist. Slide both hips back so that the back of your right hip touches the floor and the front of your left hip touches the floor. If you need to put something under your right hip, you can. Or a foam roller, you can just slide it right under both hips. Now fold forward for just a few breaths. You can breathe comfortable. If it's not enough, shift your bottom foot forward gently. If it's too much, you could always parallel the front leg. Or, like I said, flip over and do the pigeon upside down, which is the number 4 stretch. This is a lot of people's most favorite pose. And I know that because when I give them time to do whatever they want, quite often they do this one or the shoulder stand. This is like right before splits. And once you can do this one, this is the back leg of your splits right there. So this, with a little hamstring stretching, you gradually get the full split. Walk the hands in, downward dog. If you're laying on your back, you're just going to hug both knees in for a second. It's good to come to a neutral, symmetrical position after a asymmetrical pose. Good. Now point the left foot up to the ceiling. If you're laying down, you can just stay laying down. You don't have to get up and do this. And then take your knee to the outside. Now, there's still a couple things to do. You got to pull your hips back, especially the left hip. Okay, so you're going to bring the back of the left hip down and the front of the right hip down. Your back leg is parallel. Your front leg is turned out. When it feels comfortable, you can go forward. Put any props you may need. If it's too much, jump ship and do the one on the back. Quite often in a yoga class, there's something you can't do or you shouldn't do. Remember how we said we want to do it without getting hurt? This is really, really important. I've been teaching over 35 years, and the worst thing is when someone gets hurt. You want to be really careful, good technique, and don't push. Really take responsibility. Like, I am not going to let myself get hurt. I'm going to be careful. I'm not going to do anything I don't feel comfortable doing. I'm going to be mindful as I do things. I'm not going to just push just to do some pose that may or may not even be good for me. I'm going to stay at a level where I know this is helping. Like, can you feel this helping? Does it feel helpful? If no, adjust. So everything you do for the full practice is beneficial to you. Walk your hands in and downward dog. If you're on your back in the number 4, just hug those knees in, okay? Everyone else, take a downward dog. Pull the outer hips out. And then everybody come to a sitting. I like to just walk my feet right through to a sit. But you can come down any way you want, okay? Now, let's do this hip stretch. This one people always want is called the side split, this way. It's a little tricky, and you got to be careful, not only about the inner leg muscle, but the hamstrings. It's got to be comfortable. If it's not, bring your legs closer or bend the knees. Okay? Now, take your fingertips right behind you and push all the weight out of your hips. So you almost take your body off the floor. You'll feel the buttocks slide back a little bit. And then lower your weight down. Do that twice more. Push down on your hands till you're just skimming the floor. The buttocks move back and you come down. It's lengthening these muscles. And push down and let the buttocks pull back and lower. Now walk your hands forward. If you can just go this much, that's okay. Okay? Try to keep all the weight out of the hips. If you can go further, you can lower to the elbows. Or if you're more flexible than me, you can go down to the chest. Quite often, if you're a dancer or you do a lot of yoga, you can bring the chest to the floor. If you're absolutely stuck, rock side to side. Wherever you are, keep working. It might look like this. You could hold your feet. If you have your pose, stay. Stay a long time. The longer you hold these things, the stronger you get, the better you get. You notice in the warm-ups, we don't hold too long. And then we hold longer, and then we hold longer and longer. Beginner, don't hold too much. Advanced, hold longer. Okay. Sometimes one hip is better than the other. Better meaning it just feels healthier, right? There's better circulation in that hip. It's more coordinated. Perhaps there's more strength in that hip or flexibility. And then the other one is not as much. Slowly bring the level of the less one up. Focus on the less one a little bit. Let the other one wait for the other one to catch up a little bit. Because if you keep working the better hip, as much as it can go, there'll always be this discrepancy. And that discrepancy is not good for the hips and it's not good for the back, okay? So it's better to sacrifice a little bit with your good leg to get a balance. Very important. The hips are about balance. Walk your hands in and slowly, this feels good, slowly close the legs. Oh, rest. Now pull the right foot in and stretch out. Left foot in and stretch out. I hope you're enjoying this class. And right foot in and in and one. When I teach YouTube classes, I think of my students who I have in person because I know what they're working on. I know what their bodies do. And so I kind of imagine like you guys have similar things, or the things I do with my students in real life help the students who I might not ever meet in person. Okay, let's do two more. So I hope this is all helpful. And if you have questions about anything, just leave me a comment there or catch me on Instagram. Okay, I always answer everything. And come out. Now, take your hands on your thighs and just slide forward. Paschimottanasana. Lay your body right over the legs. Remember, if you're stiff, you're going to keep moving a little bit. If you're fine, your chest is there. Drop your head. Any version of this you know is fine. You can just stay relaxed feet, relaxed body, long legs, long back like me. If it's too much, you can bend the knees, slip your arms under, hold opposite elbows. Very important in yoga, you know how to fold properly so you never hurt your back. We don't want people getting hurt in yoga. Like, yoga is the place we're supposed to come to heal. Okay, so it's a little trial and error, especially if you have sensitivities. Everybody has something. Some people can go on their arms better. Some people can go on their feet better. Some people's backs are stronger. Some people are more flexible. Everybody's always good at something, and then everybody always has something they got to work on. How's that for equality? And coming up. Now let's reverse that. Bend the knees. Feet 10 inches apart. Hands 10 inches apart. Fingers back. Now throw the hips up. Let your head go back. Do a quick sniffing breath like a dog. Ah. And return. Let's do something for our arms, everybody. Walk your hands a little closer together. You may not be able to get them all the way together. My pinkies can touch. Relax, not challenge, okay? But you might have your hands almost out to the edges of the mat. But don't go outside the mat, okay? Make sure your arms are inside. Then, pick up the buttocks just a little bit and move them all the way to your feet. And you can put them down there. And then stretch your feet out. So your legs unfold, your chin tucks, and your lower back almost to the floor. If this hurts your elbows, you can slowly come out or take your shoulders a little further apart. If it feels okay, try to press down the pinky side of your hand. Pinky side of the hand, roll the outer shoulders out, drop chin, and get the lower back close to the floor. To come out, come forward. Just slide or crawl your hands forward and do the counter stretch like this. Ah, that feels good. Okay, now the shoulder stand. We're going to do a frog in the shoulder stand. Okay, if you're doing legs up the wall, you can just lay down like this. This is for people who can't go over on their shoulders. Okay? Maybe you have a neck trouble, or you've had eye surgery, or you have blood pressure condition. You can always just stay like this. Everybody else who can go over, you can go over like this. You can use your hands to help take your legs all the way into a plow pose. And get the shoulders under there. The shoulder rolled back, just like we did in that last move, the bicep stretch. Okay. Now, if that's okay, take one leg up at a time to the shoulder stand. Okay, so you either have legs up a wall or the shoulder stand. Everybody, let your shoulders fall back toward the mat. Let all the blood run out of your legs. Bring the soles of the feet together and make a diamond shape, like a frog. It's called Baddha Konasana, means bound angle. Now we want our toes facing the ceiling. Try to do this all by following the instructions. Try not to turn your head. Toes to the ceiling. And if you can get that outer edges of the feet together. Open the hips as widely as you can. Now like a puppet, open the feet. So your knees are just bent, and feet are in the air like a puppet. Let the knees become heavy. This is a great way to open the hips. There's no pressure on them. And then unfold the legs out to the side, like how we're just sitting. You can flex and point the feet a little bit. Anything that helps stretch it open. Retrace your path. Go to the puppet, the Baddha Konasana, and then stretch up to the shoulder stand. Flex the feet, lower your right toe over the head, and lift. If you have legs up the wall, you can just hold there a sec, and left foot over the head. And up, plow pose. Bend the knees toward the ears. Let the feet drop on the floor, relax. If you have legs up the wall, you can stay another minute, or you can take a happy baby pose, bending the knees and grabbing the feet. Now everybody, legs up the wall. If you're in the plow, release your hands, bring the hips down, keep your head on the floor, and then take your legs up to the ceiling. Flex the feet, open the arms like a T. Take your left foot all the way to the floor, like just let it fall open, okay? Your hips may turn here a little bit. Your right foot's to the ceiling, and your left foot's laying on the floor. Return. Right foot over to the right side. Left foot stays standing on the ceiling. And come up. If you have tight hips, this is a good one. You can even do it with your legs on the wall. Let's go the left leg directly to the side. And let it go on the floor, even if you turn a little bit. And return. And the right leg. And return. Bend the knees, place the feet on the floor. Take your hands a little lower now. So we're in that beginning position, the laying under the tree pose. Tuck your shoulders a little bit under so it's totally comfortable to lay here. You're going to close the eyes. You're going to make any final adjustment you need to your back, your shoulders, your neck, so you're comfortable in this laying under the tree pose. And once again, you're going to feel those thighs relaxing down on that diagonal. So from your knee all the way to the head of the femur, where it's in your hip joint. Relax there. Release all tension, all stress, all tightness. Now relax the buttocks, the left buttock, right buttock, the whole pelvic region, completely relaxed. Relax the shoulder blades, the shoulders, the arms, the thumbs, all the fingers relaxed. Relax the spine. Let the right leg go out to Shavasana, left leg out to Shavasana, corpse pose. Completely relax the legs, thighs, hamstrings, knees, shins, calves, heels, soles of the feet, ankles, tops of the feet, all the toes. Relax. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing. Breathing in, pulling all the energy you need for healing, well-being, concentration. Exhale, let go of all restlessness, all fatigue. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring all your attention to the space behind the two eyebrows. This is called the third eye center. It's like an inner eye that looks inward, sees everything. Relax right there. Bend the right knee, place the feet flat on the floor, and the left knee, place a foot flat on the floor. Laying under a tree one more time. Rock your knees from side to side. Roll to one side. Take your arm overhead like a pillow. Curl in side fetal pose. Coming up to sitting, you can sit with your legs outstretched, cross-legged, or you can fold into the lotus. Keep your attention in that third eye. Keep everything relaxed. Bring the hands together. We'll finish with one nice Om. You can either do it with me or mentally. Om. Om Shanti. Peace to all of you. Thank you for joining me on Sunday. And I guess we can start the whole program again tomorrow with Monday Yoga. Thank you so much, and please like and subscribe. Share with a friend. I'll see you next time. Bye.